I mean, I think it would be useful if we actually, looked at the beam in our own eye, actually, because the fact is that what I keep saying to people in the left is the Green Party is much nicer than most of the far left sects. It's certainly much more open, much more pluralist, but it's a sect. It's a sect like in the same sense as all the other sects, in that it has, in the case of the Green Party, without the benefit of a particularly idiosyncratic interpretation of various of the sacred works, looking at the selected works, Lenin rather, without the benefit of that, there's this assumption that needn't be thought about, that we are the way forward. And I mean, I think, and I would say that when I talk about the Green Party, I mean Green Left as well. One thing that's quite significant, for example, in London, is that for example, there was a suggestion. I can't remember what it was that John McDonnell had done. It's over Heathrow. After he was really good on Heathrow, and there was a suggestion from supported by comrades in Green Left. We should support John McDonnell. Absolutely right. I thought absolutely right. If he stood as an independent. Oh, fuck me! I thought that's absolutely classic. It's a particularly stupid, naive form of sectarianism. The fact saying that the point that we have to bang into comrades' heads, if necessary with the help of a wall, is to say the particular organisation that people are in is a matter of tactical judgment that we can have disagreements about. It's what they do is the really important thing. And I mean, the great tragedy of the Labour left is that when it comes down to it, you've got Jeremy and John McDonnell, who I would go out and campaign for at the drop of a hat. And if I thought, since I live just across the road from North Islington, if I thought for a moment that Jeremy was in trouble in the next election, I'd be out there canvassing in a breath. Wouldn't stop to consider it for a moment. Now, so we need to actually clear. It seems to me that we need to clear up our own act, and we need to realise that we are not the way, the truth, and the light, and we don't have the line ourselves. I mean, I keep trying to understand the nature of the sort of. There's no doubt that Greens have made much more impact than the old left in recent years, and it seems to me that the two reasons for this is, firstly, actually just look outside. Global warming really is happening, and people are starting to realise it. That it's that this overwhelming, vast threat that confronts us is actually concerning more and more people. And secondly, I think the growth in the Green Party, to some extent, it's a modest growth, is actually a demonstration of the decline of the old left, in particular the Labour Party. The number of people you see, even though there's a strong residual non-socialist element within the Green Party, people sort of really by nature say Lib Dems and so on, or lifestylists, people by nature who really want to spend their time living in a teepee or something. The fact is that more and more often you meet people who say, well, of course I was in the Labour Party for 15 years or 5 years or 20 years and so on, because in a sense that it seems to me the thing about the Labour Party is that its hegemony on the left is that it's held for almost 100 years, almost unchallenged, is now cracking, and I think that's irretrievable. That 160,000, I mean,